Thank you, Watauga County. It is so great to be here. Thank you so much for your warm welcome and your kind hospitality. Cannot thank you enough. Let me start today by telling all of you a story. A story about a lady by the name of Teresa Bunner. Now, Teresa is a mother of 4 who lives just outside of where we are today, a place called Concord, North Carolina. She's a 20-year veteran educator who is taught elementary, middle, and high school. A former district teacher of the year, author and co-author of 2 highly successful reading programs at the middle and high school level. She is the developer of a highly successful high school intervention program that improves student test scores, but more importantly, actually taught kids something besides how to fill in bubbles. She's the teacher kids call tough but fair, and the teacher they come back to visit long after they've graduated. Miss Bunner is the teacher who works with the tough kids, the ones that often get left behind. She is the epitome of what a teacher should be. Well, unfortunately, Teresa Bunner was given a pink slip a few months ago. Her future students, who would have had the opportunity to be taught by one of the finest North Carolina teachers, will be thrown yet another curveball as they struggle to make it through an education system that sets them up for failure. Miss Bunner, along with thousands of her colleagues, lost their jobs. And for what reason? It wasn't because they couldn't meet state standards or that they weren't qualified. It was because of a lack of leadership by a Republican-run legislature in the state of North Carolina. I know North Carolina is not alone in this, and that states like Maine, Ohio, and Wisconsin, to name a few, have had to endure deep cuts to education because of Republican-controlled legislatures. In the majority of these instances, budgets were slashed to the detriment of teachers' jobs. Republicans justified these cuts as necessary belt-tightening. But I can tell you right now, as someone who has had to balance budgets, you don't do it by firing teachers. Friends, this will not do. We cannot let our children down, and we cannot let an education system that was improving fail. It is for people like Miss Bunner that I cannot sit by and watch as Republicans threaten the very fiber of our communities. It is for Miss Bunner that I am declaring my candidacy for Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina. Everyone in this room knows someone who has been affected by cuts to education. Many of you know people like Teresa Bunner. All good people who do not deserve the predicament that they have been placed. In North Carolina, we have always understood the power of opportunity, and the opportunity for a quality education and a good job, and the opportunity to not just raise a family, but to ensure a brighter future for our children and grandchildren. As Democrats, we know that opportunity stems from strong communities. As your Lieutenant Governor, I will work to invest in innovative, effective schools. I'll fight to recruit new jobs and industry to North Carolina and to help companies already here grow. I'll always remember the values that make North Carolina the greatest state in the country to live, to work, and to raise a family. There's no denying the challenges ahead, but in this state we have always known that progress has no conclusion. If we rely on our greatest assets, our people and our communities, then there is no limit to what we can accomplish. Thank you all for listening, and remember, we have work to do. Please vote for me for Lieutenant Governor.